Wow, time here with another World of Warcraft video. It is the beginning of 10.2. The Emerald Dream is where we are farming today, and we are taking advantage of some of these awesome group farms that have BOE drops. Now, I'm not a huge group farmer. I will at certain times, on and off, but it's not something that I primarily do. However, it is one of the best ways I see right now to be making gold. And this farm here could easily get you 50K to 100K an hour, just depending on what drops for you and how much you sell it for. Now, raw gold, we're looking at about 5 to 10K, but more realistically, probably around 7 to 9-ish. And then everything else is going to come from greens and blues that we're going to sell. So this is a group farm. I am a casual gold farmer at this point, so I'm just going to show you from a casual standpoint how good this farm is. I logged on, I looked in under group finder, went to custom and typed in farm. Went to BOE farm, joined a group, and I'm going to show you my results. Now before we go into where this farm is, I want to just look at some of the items that I sold. Now mind you, I posted these last night at about 9 o'clock or so, so they haven't even been around a full 24 hours. And anytime you're farming this kind of stuff, you're going to sell some things right away, but you're naturally going to get undercut within that 24-hour point. So unless you're continually undercutting, you're just probably not going to get those sales until you repost them. But let's just take a look real quick at some of the items we're getting here. So one interesting thing is that you are only going to get the type of armor that the character wears that you are farming on. So for me, I farmed on a plate wear, so I got plate gear. But this here, Autumn Defender's Gavel, 212, nothing, not too great, but the Harvest Guardian Sabatons, 961, 961, and then this shield right here, 14,267. That's pretty incredible. So this must have been I think like a 421, and the other 421s were listed at like 7K, but there's only one listed at 7K, and the rest were like 14. So I listed it at 14 for this shield, and yeah, sold it. I think it's a 421. Don't go crazy and quote me on that hugely, but I believe that's what it was, because you had 418. I think it's 421. Might even have been a 428. But anyway, 14K out of this shield, and then 400. These we probably could have just sold these on the auction house. Wouldn't have, I mean, on the in the vendor wouldn't have made that big of a difference, but like 10 gold difference, I think. But some handguards here, 766. Some pauldrons, 645. A signet here for 905. So not too bad overall on that, just from doing this for 30 minutes. Not seriously. Let's look at where this farm is though. By now you may have heard of this. Yesterday I had not heard of it, but then of course some people came out with it today on YouTube, so I did hear about it, and I was like, ah, man, they beat me to the video. But anyway, no one person is going to be able to take claim for this. People are all out here all over the place trying to find ways to make gold in Dragonflight right now. So it's this island right up here. Okay, and let me show you what it looks like when you're farming it. So this is just some footage of me farming it yesterday. You are killing these little guys here. I think they're called, yeah, they're haunting memories, and they just hyper spawn like crazy. They just keep coming. Now, as you can see, we don't really have anybody going around really doing any kind of crazy pulling. There's a monk right here. As a matter of fact, after being here for about 5 minutes, the druid was like, you know what, I'm just going to pull them. So we had a monk right here, and then the druid was pretty much just star firing and, moon firing everything, and it was coming to us, and I was just laying down my concentration and doing AoE and killing things and looting. So that's the farm. You come there, you get a little group. You could probably start a group right now. People would for sure join you, or try to join a group as well. One thing to note is this lingering torment here. If you let him live, I think these things will come out more. But if you kill him, it's no big deal, because he's definitely going to come back. He continually spawns. So There, I got that Autumn Defender's gavel. So this is just the farm, right? That's what it is. Let's look at something. Let me see. Let's go back here. And next up, this Autumn Defender's gavel for 380,000. I didn't sell it for that, but that would have been awesome, right? It's probably not even going to go for this at this point, but I did try. So I got that, and then here's my actual. Here's the total, okay? But I think my TSM is like 300 days out of date, and so something was amiss here. I have to check how I have my TSM set, so you see how I have my loot appraiser set to see how it's calculating this, because it did not calculate that one at 380,000. So what it calculated was 20,000 for 31 minutes, but we know that it's more than that because I sold that one for higher than what the lowest was. I sold it for 14,000. Okay, so 14,000. So add that on there. I mean, I made almost 20,000 just off of that one and a few more. So if you double this, you're looking at probably maybe 50,000, depending on what you get and how effective you are, plus what you get in raw gold. So, you know, you're looking at 50 to 60 to 70K. I'd say you could easily maybe get up into the 80s depending on what you got. There are some items I understand that drop specifically, like more so with if you're farming inside of leatherware, that have the tertiary stat of speed, and that people are going to be wanting to buy to get their speed set. So this is definitely a farm worth doing. And like I said, it was really easy to get into a group, went really quick, and it was just some good extra gold. If you just want to hop on, you know, for 30 minutes, find a group and get this thing going, you're going to be coming out with a pretty decent chunk of gold. So I just thought I would share that with everybody. If you like the video, if you like World of Warcraft content, gold making specifically, and other stuff, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you're doing to make gold in Dragonflight right now. Take it easy. Until next time, I'll catch you all later.